What's going on, Dylan? Herman Dylan, are you the one on Twitter? I think we've been talking a while now. You got like I think it's you, but I'm not sure. Magic, M1, Colin, what's going on? Alright, let me do this up here, guys. I had a video here. 8:31. Different like Jake. Alright. 2K. 100 DK. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Jake. I'm not quite sure. Southside, what's going on? Straight. MP, what's going on? Alright guys, there's that. Get that all set up and ready to go. What's going on, Billy? What's going on, MPR Straight? What's going on? What's going on, Steve Austin? Money Monster, Sierra, Mr. Sen, what's up? Alright guys. I am live going over today's trading day, trading month up 775K. There's that. Yeah, I think like this, think like that, think like this. Alright, post that there. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hope you guys have been trading well. I know today was a very opportunistic day. There was a lot of opportunities out there left and right. What's going on, Mauricio? What's going on? Timka. Alright, get that going here. Gosh dang it, I almost posted it in the wrong room. There's that. Alright, cool. There's that. Okay, now let's go on social media quick and post this here. I'm trying to get everything verified. I got too many people pretending to be me. Almost back to 2 million. Exactly, Jason Kiros. Exactly. Alright, so let me just do this for 1 second here. Alright, 1 second here. 1K, there's that. Copy the text and go like this, then go like that, and go like this, then go like this, then go like that. Hope you guys have been trading well out there. Alright, today's runners were, we had BBIG, we had LAIX, we had, what are the other runners out there? We had, I guess we can do ELYS, we can do RHE, let's do TKT, and then AMC. Alright. Cool. Alright guys, hope you guys have been trading well today. Going over the month it was. Let's see if I posted that. Alright, cool. Posted that. Crazy, you're at like 300K like some change ago. Crazy, you're at like 300K like a month and some change ago. Yeah, Jason Kiros, you sound like an OG. Yeah, I mean, I actually went red on the account, to be honest. But let me go here. Go live. 775. Yeah, I think 2 months ago, I actually went red on the account. I literally saw negative 10K in the account. And I was looking at it, and I was just like, holy crap. Like, what? I was short of stock. And the brokerage almost stopped me out, but I was able to... I can't even remember what happened, but... you know, they force you out once you owe them money, and so I was down like 10K on the account, minus 77 or plus, or I guess I can just do 775K on the month. There's that. Okay, cool. So 775K on the month. There's that. All right, good to go. What's going on, Steve Austin? What's going on, Kiros? Yeah, I mean, I was actually down red on the account. I remember seeing minus 10K. And then I believe I closed out on the account down, up like 240K on the account, and we've been just slowly climbing back out of that time. But yeah, it was definitely a tough patch, that's for sure. I mean, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to go through the tough patch like that. It wasn't easy to go through the time like that. I mean, it was one of those times where, you know, I know that I turned 1,000 into 1,000,000, so it's just like not anything else. You know, if I can do that, then I can come back from anything. So. That's actually really nice, you know, actually a good point to talk about is if you can turn 1,000 into 1,000,000, then you don't have to worry about being down 1,000,000, 2,000,000, 3,000,000 on the account because you know if you get back down to square one, you can do it all over again if you get back to the basics, and that's exactly where I put my mindset. You know, I knew I could get myself back to square one, and I knew that if anything happened, I can definitely just make it all back with a small amount. not that I want to go through that again, but it makes you a little bit more comfortable knowing that you've done it multiple times. And when I was down on the account during that time frame, I mean, yeah, it wasn't fun, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't like, hey, look at me, but at the same time, I'm always going to be transparent, open, and honest with you guys throughout the ups and the downs of my challenges. You know, no matter what I do, I'm not just going to sit here and you know, fake it. You know, we as traders, we have mistakes, we make mistakes, we go through ups and we go through downs, and those ups and downs are what make us, right? And I'm not going to be this guy who just goes like this all day long, right? I mean, I might have months where I'm green on the month every month. You know, actually, I had a red month in the month of, I think, January, February, March, April, May, I think it was. And then, you know, every month after that's been green. So, like, what is it? So, 7 out of 8 months out of the year, we've been green. And so, you know, that's the way it goes. But, you know, we're up 775K on the month this month, which is awesome. You know, it's a way to recover from the previous months. But I have bigger and better goals. You know, January, February, and March, we hit 4 million each month of those 3 months. And my goal is to hit 8 million in September, October, November, and December. Now, I don't want you guys to focus on the numbers. I know that I have numbers out there. I know that I focus on numbers, but that's because, you know, at the end of the day, to be the best trader in the world, you have to produce. And so, you know, producing is everything in the market, right? You know, just results, looking for results. All this talk, it doesn't mean anything. You know, it's just like, you know, Conor McGregor or Floyd Mayweather or whoever else, you know, they talk to build up their, you know, their pot. You know, everybody buys into that pot. They buy into the whole, let's get it all riled up, and I don't like you, and I hate you, and no different than Logan Paul and Tyron Woodley, although Woodley kind of seemed pissed no matter what, but they just build the pot, right? So, you know, in this, you know, you kind of just, you go through mistakes throughout trading. And, okay, you guys want to like, can you guys like this? Everybody on TikTok, can you like the live stream? That'd be awesome. But yeah, you know, and so I know it's a lot of money, but it's taken me time. This is my 4th full year of trading, right? And so, you know, I've been through the trenches. I've lost half my net worth. I've had $100,000 days. I've lost $1 million in one day. You know, all these things I've gone through along the way, but it's just, all it is compounding your knowledge, compounding your account, compounding everything around you to just keep, you know, growing as a trader. And just because, you know, you see a $100,000 P&L today, or $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 or whatever you're going to see in the future, or me talking about 8 million in 1 month is my goal from here on out, going into the next 4 months. You know, I know it sounds insane, but don't use my P&L and be like, I can relate to that, because you just can't. But what you can relate to is percentages. What you can relate to is me, who I started with $1,171 and have now turned it into $18.6 million or $18.7 million in 423 business days. You know, that is the truth. That is relatable. It's, you know, I had an article written about me about Business Insider. They reached out to me, and I was audited for a month and a half from the $1,171 until $5 million. Now, when I hit $30 million, they're going to audit that next $25 million as well, and then I can do that. But, you know, at the end of the day, we as traders, we're all in different phases of our career. You know, is there anybody new on the stream today? If you're new today, if you have never seen me before, type 1. And be honest, if you've never heard of me, never seen me, never found me before, type 1 today. Type 1 if you've never seen me, found me. But, you know, that we as traders, we're all in different phases of our career. I'm sure there's people on there that have been trading 20 years, 30 years, whether it be long-term, middle term, or... Mauricio, come on now. Gosh dang it, you're going to ruin the statistic. You're not new here. And George, yeah, okay, of course, all the people that have seen me before are the ones screwing with me. Yeah. Cheers to Fairlife Protein, okay? Anyways, a lot of people on TikTok, I believe that. But anyways, guys, so, you know, we all go through different phases of our career. You know, Jordan, he's phases behind me. Ariel, he's phases behind Jordan. Me, I've had more time to compound, more time to learn, more time to study, and also just continue to push what I can do as a trader, right? So when I push what I can do as a trader, you know, you continue to compound your account. You know, I'm not going to pull profits probably until about $10 million in equity, and that's just what I want to do. I look familiar. 1.11. Man, you guys are great. Yeah, Ariel is kicking your ass. But, I mean, we just all learn at different, stages. Travis, I know. All right, I'm done with that. I shouldn't even ask. But, we're all at different stages. We all learn differently, and we all progress differently. And it's just fun to watch everyone out there, become a trader that they are, and me, myself, too. I mean, it's fun to watch how I progress. Obviously, this past 3 months have been an extreme struggle, but I have learned a ton, more than probably the past year in those 3 months that I was struggling. And even in those times that I was struggling, I was still doing $300,000, $500,000 a month. So I mean, it's not the end of the world, but and I'm not saying P&L to say, hey, look at me, hey, I'm bragging, hey, look at all the money I have. That's not why I do any of that. The only reason why I do it is because I hold myself to a high standard, and P&L to me is the way I trade. I have a P&L goal of $1,171 into $30 million, right? And so, Mauricio, that'd be great if you put that in my inbox. Make sure it's one that works, though, because I had the Logitech 4K. It's a $200 camera, and it still does this. But, actually, Mauricio, it's okay. I'm moving into a new house soon, so I'm going to be getting all new equipment. So actually, I don't even know if it's worth it. Sorry about the camera, though. But yeah, those of you guys on TikTok, can you like this? Can you like my stream? How would you describe the strategy in a few words? How would I describe my strategy in a few words? Difficult. I guess that's all I could. Let's go here. Put the camera. All right. So, Nathan Lambert, Coffee Kid. Yeah. So anyways, let's go over today's trading day. I'm going into the next month, really excited about the next month. Sorry guys, just having some protein. No, I don't. Anyways, guys, I'm a full-time trader. You made about 8K this month. That's awesome, CeloTM. Exactly. We're all at different stages. $100 a day, $500 a day, $5,000 a day, whatever, right? But today, my main trades were AMC. And I'll explain why here in a second. You can see I took a loss on EDU. I took a loss on SPRT, Sun, EDU, TAL. But TKT and AMC were my big winners, and those were able to pay me out $118K with all my losers today. And I realized something as a trader today. And it was actually very important to learn for myself. And hopefully you guys get something out of this. But as a trader, guys, I learned something today. I was thinking long and hard about, my past 3 months. And there's different phases in the markets. There's evolutions, and there's ups and there's downs, and there's valleys, and there's hots and there's slows. There's colds. There's a lot of range, there's a low range, et cetera, right? And as traders, we all have to go through that. But something that I learned today that I want to explain to you guys. Osri, no, this is not a paper trading account. This is a real account. If you want me to buy AMC 1 share, I can do that, just to show you that it's a real account. Let's just do it. Why not? We'll buy 1,000 shares of AMC. I don't want to lose $50 though. Let's just do 50 shares. Okay? I'm gonna buy AMC in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rejected market order. Oh, it's okay. Here you go. Right, there's the 50 shares that went through at 47.05, and I will be selling the 50 shares in 3, 2, 1. Great. I lost $2 for you guys. You're welcome. Happy birthday. You can see the 50 shares go through on both the ask and I believe, what did it sell me at? It sold me at 47.011. So right there was where my shares went through. 46, and then I must have had the other 4 shares right there. But anyways, guys, so no, this is not a paper trading account. Those of you guys on TikTok, can you continue to like my stream? I'd really appreciate that. Like the stream. I've been trading on paper trading for a while, and I'm positive. I realized that I don't really... Okay, sorry, let me go back to my thoughts. Alfred Harry, no, I'm not going to buy 10,000 shares right now. So, basically, as a trader, I learned that, I learned that, when the market's hot, right, I can trade things that are, like, let's look at right now, right? Let's look at right now, okay? TKT, right? We had a nice comeback today. It had a first run up, and then it had a nice, comeback today. That could have been a big play there. You could have made decent money on it, if you're buying these dips. Or let's just look at RGC, right? Another pop today from 30, which I actually played today. You can see $49,000 winner on that one, actually. A 29.57, 8 in, out, 32.82. So I got out like somewhere in there, and it went all the way up to 39. But or what else? BBIG, right? BBIG is another one where we can look at it and be like, okay, this then, we had to move from 550 all the way up to 8 today, okay? AMC, we've had a nice recovery off the bottom here, down in the 29 range with a high ADR stock. SPRT, we had to move from 14 up to 59 in 2 days, right? So when the market gets like this, I can be patient. I can play stocks every single day, whether it be, let's just say if I played BBIG today, I could play the bounce today, and that's awesome. Or you could play the momentum on day one, which was like ELYS, right? Where, you start to see the momentum on day one, and you can buy these dips and scale out into the close. Or stocks like, EDU that are starting to set up, right? But when the market's slow, when there's not a lot of high ADR stocks, which means average daily range, or not a lot of range on the stocks throughout the day, if there's only one or two, then you really, really have to be patient. And that's when I struggle. I can be patient in a hot market because I might play one stock one day and there's another one setting up the next day, but it's been setting up for the past 5 days. And then the next day there's a stock that's been setting up for the past 6 days, but it was a high ADR stock that I'm playing on the bounce, right? So on and so forth. But when it's in a slower market, guys, when it's a slower market, when things aren't as hot, I have to just basically size way down and just take, base hits and be ready that you're not going to have a lot of bounce plays. You're not going to have a lot of volatility. You're not going to have a lot of range on each and every stock out there. And that's okay. But in those 3 months, I learned so much about how next time when that happens, I need to take base hits and scale in around core and take the top, a couple stocks on the day and be done, and don't keep forcing trades. Because when it's slower, you can't force trades. You can't get away with as much when it's slower. TKT ran today, BBIG. There's plenty of stocks that ran today, right? Former runners, right? High ADR stocks. But I want you to know that when it's slow and when there's not a lot of those stocks, that is when I need to level up as a trader. When it's hot, when things are moving left and right, when we have a lot of range on multiple stocks, and there's things that are bouncing, and there's things that are, all that being said, that's when I'm like, no-brainer for me. That's when I excel and exceed, and that's when I generally pass everyone up, for the most part. But when it's slow, that's when I really tend to struggle. I tend to struggle when it's slower, when there's not a lot of range, not a huge amount of liquidity, and that's when I try and force things, and I screw myself. Those months you can, with the account size that I have, easily I can make $1 million plus, right? There should be no reason, at least. That's like a very, very poor job of executing, I believe. But when it's hot, that's when I generally start to make, back what I've, I remember my old self, and I'm starting to just remember my old routines. It's just like, I just follow through the same strategies, the same opportunities. All my strategies are recorded on YouTube. You can have them for free. It's going to take you thousands of hours probably to look through it all. I also have a course that goes into even further depth, though, that, obviously is going to have, more education to it and more, what do I like to call it? It's going to be more nutrient dense, and it's going to be a lot quicker to learn from than just going through all the YouTube channel. Anyways, guys, hopefully you, Eric. There's another one, but I haven't verified them. How much do you put in your account to trade? I have right now, it's 1.92 million. All right, guys. You guys have any questions for me today? Questions, comments, concerns? You guys got any questions for me today? Any questions, comments, concerns? Ask me anything. I'm here for you. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Ever had a millionaire under 20? Alan, negative. I've never had a millionaire under 20. That would be so sick if that happened, though. I mean, I would be so happy for them, and that would prove everyone so wrong. Doesn't TD lag for you? Not really, JY. It's probably under something of your settings. If you're busy saying 100,000 shares of a stock, do you buy all in one? No. I accumulate. So let me show you AMC. I can show you AMC. You can see I bought AMC into the let me go over my trades. Sorry. So AMC, I actually bought into the close. So I sold my position. I had been holding my position from a 45.60 average right down in here. And once it perked up above 47, that was my takeoff level, so I took it all off. But in that time, where is it here? I was buying. I don't know why it's not showing that buys. Showing these buys, but it's not showing those. I don't know why. Okay, that's weird. But I was buying in here and then selling. Obviously above 47 was my goal. That's where I got it. And then it dipped underneath 45.80. We recovered fully back up to 47. And when it recovered like this, I was buying all these dips in here and looking for an after hours move. And that's when I actually scaled off right on this candle in here and right there. I was looking for a 48 move. But, again, the reason why I like this name is because it's a high ADR name. It tends to move a lot. It can gap up a lot. It has a lot of range on this stock, right? And when there's range and liquidity, there's opportunity. So that was basically it on AMC. That was my explanation. Also, we had a nice run and then a sell-off, but then this thing just ripped straight out of the gates. And when it ripped again straight out of the gates and got through these highs from yesterday after selling off like that, I knew there was interest, and I just basically started watching all the dips. Ended up with a 45.60 average on my first initial trade, 76,000 shares, and then the last one I had another 54,000 shares that I took off after hours. So that was basically my day on today. TAL, EDU screwed me over, but I still think there was an opportunity on them. RGC I liked because, again, we're kind of in a chasey market. It was day 4 red day. We haven't really gotten a huge bounce. It wasn't selling off a huge amount. Day 3, day 4, red day on a former parabolic. It's not moving down too hard. I generally look at that. And I only took a piece of that pie, $49,000. Could have been $150, but that's okay. That's trading. So I buy in pieces. But the thing is I struggle with selling in pieces. I generally sell all at once. What's going on, Soberless Notes? What's going on, Jose? Renee? What's going on, guys? Question. Adam Gamer question, and he said look for which will be hot the next day. Nope. I haven't watched this a little bit, but Cam, how many at a time? I might buy it just depends on the size. I might buy 1,000, I might buy 5,000. It really depends. How do you get used to buying larger shares? Because I've just done it for so long. It's just time that I've been doing it. Look how many trades are you in at once. You too, Dan Snook. Yeah, that's a good word to use, is accumulate. Yeah, I accumulate size. But then when I sell, I struggle with selling. I struggle with accumulate, or what would you call it? Scaling out in pieces. I just generally sell it all at once, which is not what I want to be doing. Do you trade multiple stocks at the same time? For sure. Yeah, I can, especially in a hotter market. Yeah, I would have if I wasn't. I had literally no buying power. And I'll show you exactly where I was going to buy BBIG. It was right in here. This literally, somewhere in here. Once I saw it recover again, I messaged Jordan and Ariel. I was like, watch this. Somewhere right in here. And this thing just took off. And I wouldn't have played it this high up. Probably would have taken it off somewhere in the 740 range. But yeah, I would have nailed that one for a nice winner on that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I was just, that's what happens. That's why I say don't have your buying power. Don't ever have your buying power locked up. You have to have some buying power no matter what at all times, in my opinion. How many at once are you comfortable with, Richard? I'm working on it right now. 3 is max probably, maybe 4, but I'm working on trying to get a comfortability with like 6 or 7 different plays. Do you recommend signing up with TradingView? I don't really know. Just TOS is fine. Sorry, the video lag. Which exchange do you recommend? I don't have one that TOS is great. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off. Good to have you guys on. A great month. Not a great month. It was a good recovery of a month. I'm really, really looking forward to September, October, November, December. We should get a market that's going to heat up again. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Free chat, link in the description below, where I spend my time. My course teaching my processes, on the link description below. Brokers, 2 free stocks valued at $1,400. Scanner software I use, code CAM15 all caps, CAM15 all caps, 15% off that. You can check that out in the link in the description below. Scanner settings I use, also in the link in the description below. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. You guys all have a great, great rest of your day. Let's start off September with a nice way to start it off, and let's be knowledgeable. And, all right, guys, I appreciate you guys for subscribing to the NorMagnetTrading.com community. Cheers, team, and go.